Hey, everybody. Welcome into Day by Day. I'm James with Alex and Andrew. Hope you guys are doing great. We're coming off a win. We're bowl eligible. How are you guys feeling about that?
Feel good, man. 2 years in a row. It's been a long time since we've been able to say that.
With every win now, the bowl game gets a little bit warmer.
Right.
A little bit warmer. A little bit warmer.
Yeah.
Or at least not on a baseball field.
Yeah.
Or you're not on a baseball field. Andrew, what did you say?
It's just nice not to have to be a part of the conversation the rest of the way out. Just that lingering thing. So
agree. Well, we're going to recap Northwestern. We didn't get to do that. I went to the game last week and I told the guys, like, I'm tired. Like I had 3 kids with me and I was like, I'm just not up for, and it was great. They loved it, especially the 6-year-old. So I was with my high schooler, my 4th grader, and then the preschooler. And at one point in the game, probably in the 3rd quarter, this was actually right after he asked me if he could leave. And I was like, no, like, we're not leaving. And your siblings don't want to leave either. They want to watch the end of the game. He just looked at me and said, "Daddy, I like this game." And I was like, "That's because you've had 2 boxes of Mike and Ike's." And there was so much food dye in that boy. But we'll recap Northwestern. We'll look ahead to USC. And so for the show, you can find us on.
Have you tried any new stadium food or stadium beer?
No, man. We did Val's and Runza. And Mike and Ike's, we stayed pretty true to what we do when we're at the games. It's hard to beat a Runza. Yeah. Yep. It's hard to beat a Runza. It wasn't cold. It was actually a beautiful day. Like we brought like a hat and a pair of gloves if we needed it and some layers, but it was beautiful. But it's hard to beat a Runza on a chilly October day. Yep. So we sat in the standing section 39, FYI, they stand. We stood the whole game. And I'll tell you what, it was awesome.
Yeah, like, that's got to be tough on the 6-year-old, though.
It is. So I held him a lot. But I was just like, you know what? It's either grin and bear it and hold him or have him complain. And I was like, I'm gonna hold him because I want to, watch the game. He stood next to me on the bleacher. Poor ladies behind him, sweet ladies, but they were short. And my 6-year-old is tall, and so him standing on the bleacher and then them behind, like they had to stand on their bleacher to see over. But we had a great section 30. Shout out section 39. It was a great section to sit in. I've never sat there before. Yeah, but it's the standing section. We stood the whole game, which was fun. It made me feel like a student again, to be honest. Like that kickoff return for a touchdown, like we were body surfing. It was awesome. It was fantastic. All right,
James go body surfing.
Yeah, the kids. Okay, but before we get into that, again, characterchronicles.com, that's where you guys find us. Also on YouTube, Apple, Spotify. You're probably listening on one of those platforms. Give us a like and subscribe to the show. That kind of stuff, not just, it doesn't just boost our egos, helps more people find us, which we would love to do. We're now beyond 200 subscribers. So congrats to us. That's really fun. We've been doing this for a year plus now. All right, well, let's get into Nebraska versus Northwestern. I feel like I've been talking a lot about my experience at the game, but I want to hear your guys' thoughts as you watched it. I've been able to watch it a couple times, the broadcast, that is. So, but how did you guys experience the game in real time? What were your thoughts coming out of it?
Well, I had my 12-year-old son's birthday that day, and so we were pausing for like presents and cake and all of that stuff. And so I didn't get live until I think about halfway through the 4th quarter. No, it was like at the 2-minute timeout, 2-minute warning at the end of the game where I finally caught up. So it was a little weird watching, a little bit distracted. So I can say I didn't see every play, but a lot of the same frustrations, giving up or stalled drives that don't end up in any points. Another instance of you felt like we could have stepped on the throat and got a 3-score lead, and you give that up. So felt like same movie a little bit, but also same movie, us fighting back and coming back and pulling away. It's something that's cool to see in this team this year. And I'll take it if it's resulting in wins. So yeah, just would like to see the defense not give up those big runs. Still some frustrations in the passing game, completing passes like third down right at the sticks and then fighting for a couple inches to try to get that first down. You'd like to see something change there a little bit because referees were terrible. So
Offensively, you mean?
Yeah, yep,
Right.
offensively.
Yeah.
So but super happy with the win. I didn't walk away feeling like, I mean, at this point, 6-2, just nothing to complain about. So I'm just going to take it and ride the roller coaster as we go. That's my feelings.
I mean, obviously, like Northwestern isn't a slouch. And while Penn State's had a rough year, this is still a team that went into Happy Valley and beat Penn State.
Yeah.
So that's nothing to, that's nothing to turn your nose up at. So
yeah, they were physical. I mean, they're a physical, hard-hitting team. So
their line play is really good. Surprisingly, I don't have a ton of frustrations from the game. I thought it was a weird game. Your first drive and your last drive are what you would like to see more of throughout, the middle of the game, obviously. I'm with Andrew. Like, I think the most frustrating part for me on Saturday, apart from awful officiating, was simply receivers not getting to the sticks.
Yeah.
Regularly a yard, 2 yards short. And Dylan's putting it on them. They're just not getting there. So that's frustrating. I'm going to keep hammering on this because I think it's the only way, in my mind, to make things go better on offense. Like, and you could tell Emmett's a little bit tired at the end of the game, but you're also frustrated that they go away from the running game when they were running so well.
Yeah.
But Emmett is one of your best 3 players on the field at any given moment. And it's hard to take him off the field when every drive matters or every snap matters. Well, how do you make every drive and every snap matter just a little bit less? You run more plays. How do you run more plays?
Tempo.
You pick up the tempo. I thought Mekhi Nelson on his one catch looked really good. He did his best Anthony Grant impression.
He did.
And lowered the
Struck
shoulder.
The guy. Yep.
I thought Mosey looked good running the ball. I would love to see those guys get more touches.
Yep.
And earlier in the game, like it's hard. It's also hard to get those guys more involved because we don't really have sustained drives. We either have a short field or we get a couple of big chunk plays. And so you don't get a couple of runs from Emmett and then you get 3 snaps from the next guy. It's just not the way the offense is built. So for me, I would like to see more quick game, more tempo, and a little bit less of a percentage from Emmett.
Except for the game-winning drive, which was almost 7 minutes, but that's not the time to play around with your personnel.
Yeah, 100%.
It's a great game-winning drive. I mean, 6 minutes and 47-ish seconds, I think. I remember looking up at the scoreboard, and it didn't feel that long in the moment.
Yeah.
I don't know what it felt like for you guys watching on television, but in the stadium, I think I realized, like, this is like their 4th third down. Like, what? Like, we've had the ball for a long time. But yeah, not the time to mess with personnel. Emmett was incredible on that drive, and each third down was to a different receiver.
And only one they threw it short of the sticks, and Dane Key fought for the yardage.
Broke a tackle, and which again is what Holgerson expects them to do: break a tackle.
And I think my one complaint about defense, and I don't know if you're just being vanilla heading into USC.
It was pretty vanilla.
I would have liked to see some blitzes to pressure Stone. Just
Was there?
know,
They
It's
did
hard.
it right at the end when they had to. And yeah, you're kind of like, where was that earlier?
It's
Yeah.
hard to tell with Wright and McCullough because sometimes, since I'm not a defensive expert, when they're kind of lined up as an edge, it's hard to know is that a blitz, or are you just basically playing a defensive end spot on that play? But you did not see Shaver's blitz. You didn't see Watson Trent blitz. You never saw a Singleton blitz. There was never a corner blitz, and so it's interesting. And I didn't have time today to listen to what is today. Yeah, I didn't listen to the coordinators talk. I don't know if Butler addressed that at all because he talked about calling a vanilla game against Minnesota. I would guess you're going to see something different against USC.
You have to.
You have to.
Yeah, there's no choice.
My frustration, but I agree with everything you guys said. I think my frustration, I won't start with that. Like, I'll start with, I was pleasantly surprised at how Nebraska bounced back, even though all of us predicted they would. Like, we all predicted Nebraska would win. It just felt like a game they were going to win. It felt like every Northwestern game we've ever played. I do think officiating was, calling it atrocious feels like a disservice to how bad it was. There should not, in Big Ten football, which has essentially become minor league farm system football, you have to have better officiating than what we had on Saturday. And that goes for both ways, but also at critical moments. I will say in the stadium, and I don't know if you caught this on the broadcast, there were multiple times the officials called Northwestern Nebraska.
Oh, really? No.
Oh, yeah. Nebraska won the toss. And the official says Northwestern wins the toss and defers. And everybody's like, what? Nebraska won the toss.
And took
multiple
the ball.
penalties. And took the ball. Yeah. Multiple penalties. Guy looks up at the press box and he says offsides, or Nebraska or whatever, false start Nebraska. I was like, no. It was on Northwestern. And that just like that's like a little thing, but like it makes me question, like, are you really locked in? Like, are you here? And so if I can't trust you to say the right team name when you're announcing a penalty or the coin toss, are you really locked in on every play? When you have to be, you're only here for 3 hours. You're only here for about 106, 108 total plays. Are you here? Are you present? And they were not. So then the fourth down, the bobbled catch, when he catches it.
Yeah.
I don't think he got to the sticks, even if it was a first down. You know where they spotted the ball after that? A full yard and a half forward.
Oh, yeah.
Even after looking at replay. So again, I'm like, you're just not locked in.
Yeah.
You're not present.
Well, and it took him like 5 minutes to figure out the penalty yardage versus a first down. Like, I want to go back to that fourth down because it's not the first time that this happened. Not that they missed the call, but the chain gang made that almost impossible to overturn if it was short or not, because the marker is crooked on the field.
Yeah.
The marker wasn't aligned with the stick.
Yeah, it was totally crooked, which makes it. So I give the ref a pass for not overturning it.
Yep.
Don't give him a pass for the extra yard and a half, though.
Yeah.
Well, but the bobble, like, if he had caught it firm where he caught it,
yeah,
I can give an argument.
down.
But then the bobble, I mean, he hardly caught the ball. Lucky he did, but who knows? They probably would have called it a catch anyway. But yeah.
So then they go on to
also how do we not have cameras on the sticks at this in this age of technology?
Right. I know. So they go on to score a touchdown there. I get you have to stop them. there's no excuses for the defense. But again, from a fan perspective, you're like, well, you kind of got the stop. And at that point, Nebraska has the ball on the 30-yard line, like their own 30, up 21-6. And I'm pretty sure at that point the game is going to get
that's
salted away, right? Late third quarter, it's going to be over here. So I get that. That was really frustrating. So now for the play, Nebraska's play, the long touchdown run, that's happened a few times where I don't know if it was actually I tagged Michael Rose-Ivy, and I don't think he responded yet on Twitter. I wanted to know, like, okay, who's got the edge contain on that play? Because everybody's eyes were there were guys, their eyes were in the middle of the scrum. Like, you're not going to make that play. Your job, and that's the thing that's hard, is like, your job is not to make the play. Your job is to make sure what happened doesn't happen.
So, and I can kind of answer that for you too.
Please
do. The corner on the side that he leaks out of and that safety both chase the wide receiver that was the pin down block. They both followed him inside.
Mm-hmm.
Now, theoretically, that corner is supposed to stay with him. So, at least to my understanding. So, that technically should have been on the safety.
And I saw some people trying to blame the defensive lineman, whoever that was on the left side. And I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, I was like, I don't know. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm with you, Alex. Like, I'm pretty sure it's the safety or the corner.
It's the second level there because of the pin down blocks.
Yeah.
So that was other than that, I would say outside of that play, that was the most frustrating thing all day. I was really pleased with how the defense played. Northwestern's not incredible on offense, but they got, like we say all the time, they're trying to win too. They have skill guys. They have Big Ten players. They were 5-2, 5-3 now. I thought the defense, played well outside of that long run. Northwestern, they made a couple. I mean, he made a couple good throws. They made a couple great catches. Like, they're just like, what are you going to do? Like, tip your cap.
I mean, I'm going to say it again. Like, I just wish defensively, and at this point it's a scheme thing. It's not guys giving up. When we go man, I want to hold inside leverage. I want to make college quarterbacks throw a perfect pass down the sideline. And that's just like my one complaint. And I would have loved to just go cover 1, cover 0 against Northwestern all day and make Stone do that. Like, I know Marshall probably got away with a hold on the last pass, and he got burned on that same play earlier in the game. I'll live with that. Jump those slants, take away the easy ones, make them hit that over and over.
Sure.
Yep.
I know Stone, he hit a couple long passes, but he really struggled to make kind of the hash to sideline pass consistently. And I think Nebraska knew that. They were trying to take that away. And they did for the most part. And Sierre did. I mean, I think they threw at him once, he knocked it down, and they didn't throw at him the rest of the game. And they really picked on Marshall like they did.
Even the long one they hit on Marshall, he almost got back to make the play.
He did.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He was actually in decent position at that point. And the guy made a great catch. It was a good throw. It was a good catch. It's like, you tip your cap. Like, you can't eliminate those in today's world of college football. Everybody's got players. Somebody's going to make a play. That's all right. If you expect, and I would even say for Sierre this week, if you expect perfection with the guy that he's going to be defending, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Offensively, I can't say enough about Emmett. My gosh.
Stud.
We're in the stands and we're like, if he doesn't get 30 carries, something wrong. He got pretty darn close. And he deserved it. Man. Game ball to that guy.
Yep.
How about Dylan rebounding after the interception too?
Yeah.
Agree.
Bad throw. Bad pick. But
It's so weird too because he sidestepped the guy that he threw it to.
yeah.
Well, that was the pick he threw last year against Rutgers. That was the pick he threw last year against UCLA.
Didn't he throw it against Purdue too?
He threw it. I don't know about Purdue. He threw that pick earlier this year. I can't remember. Michigan. Like that play, and you guys know that's the same play. He throws a pick on that play almost every time.
Yeah, he's just locked in on his receiver,
which is a little frustrating. But the rebound, like that last drive.
Yeah.
That's the that we talk about.
Yep.
That's why he plays and not TJ Lateef. As big of a TJ fan as we all are, that's why Dylan's in the game.
Yeah.
And we got to talk about our best wide receiver. Isaiah Hunter is a beast. That's just
Oh my gosh.
the guy's fun to watch.
He is so
good. He's a pro out there.
He is so good.
Yeah. He's good. I mean, I guess really like the most disappointing thing from the offense, other than not putting up 45 points, is just the lack of getting Barney the ball right now. Like,
what do you think that is?
I think part of it's game flow. I think the best way to get him the ball consistently is obviously jet sweeps, which teams have sniffed out. I think both of our starting tight ends struggle on that kick out block. They called the penalty on the reverse to Hunter, or the sweep to Hunter.
Yeah.
But if you watch that, 44 misses an open field block. And I'm not going to sit here and say that's an easy block. That is a tough block. Open field, smaller, quicker guy running down. You just got to make him take a tougher angle, and he misses that from time to time. But
to me, is there a tell there when Barney goes out wide? Like, I mean, we're running a lot of just those horizontal passes to him, and it's almost like they're on it. Like there is no yards after catch when he gets it. You know,
yeah, because you had the one at Minnesota, right? Like, which was it was a creative rub route, but everybody saw it coming.
You see it unfolding, and then they've got a linebacker or safety coming down and hitting it right away. So yeah.
So Andrew, I'm gonna go back 2 years. Heinrich Harburg playing quarterback. I was sitting here on a podcast just like this. Brian Munson was in your spot on the screen. I remember this vividly. And I said, Brian, you know what I want to see next week? And he knew it right off the bat. It was, the old power option drop back pass. And they ended up throwing it. Malachi scored. I would like that same pass that they ran against Minnesota to Ja'Cory Barney. I would like to see that turned into an out and up.
Right. Yeah.
Little pump fake as he breaks out. And
I was just going to ask that, I don't know if that's not a Dana thing, but we tend not to run those routes.
Yep.
And I think Barney being a smaller guy, that's a perfect kind of route for him.
Let him outrun somebody. Yeah. Let him make it cut
fast, but also like they're going to expect him to do a little out route or a hook or whatever, like whether it's an out and go, a hook and go, whatever it is, like let him use his athleticism to get in space and in space deep. And I'd love to see that. So Dana, if you're listening, I know you tune in and listen to these.
Yeah.
Run that route.
Yeah.
Come on.
I think the guy that you're going to be able to get something like that for, it'll be a different play with a different concept. But on that tunnel screen to Hunter, one of those receivers blocking can run a go route now. Act like he's blocking, pump fake the screen, let him go. The problem, the reason why we have run some. I mean, they hit a sluggo to Barney earlier in the year. I don't remember which game it was. Might have been Cincinnati. Dylan was rolling out and hit him.
Michigan State. I think he hit a big one against Michigan State.
Michigan State. The reason why we don't connect on those a lot, guys, goes back to something else that we've talked about a lot, and it is receivers creating yards after the catch on the short ones. Corners aren't jumping anything because they can just wrap up and tackle after the catch.
Yeah.
So, and that's something that Dana's hit on too. Like, you guys have to go create yards after the catch, and they're starting to. They are starting to.
But Barney still shoestring tackles take that guy down too easily.
He trips himself. He
does.
He every time he gets the ball, he trips over his own feet. I still think his feet are too big. His feet are too big. His feet are too big. All right. Well, we'll close the book on Northwestern. Nebraska's going bowling, which is exciting, I think. But I like that the team was like, we're not really celebrating that because we still have work to do. Nobody's fooled that this team is a CFP team. That's not. I don't think they're going to go 4-0. Stranger things have happened, but I'm curious what you guys think. What you would hope for their record to be in these last 4 games. Like what leaves you with a good taste in your mouth going into the bowl season?
Well, I think you got to end. To me, you got to end on a win against Iowa. We've just lost too often to them at the end of the year. So I would a 3-1 would make me feel really, really good. 2-2 I can handle as long as it ends on a win. You don't want to go out losing the last 2 games or something like that. That's kind of how I look at it. But
I think it has to be 2-2. I don't think I think anything less than 2-2. The way this season has played out makes it a failure.
Yeah.
Or not a failure, but it's not
severe disappointment, I'd say.
Yeah. You have to go 2-2. 3-1, I'm ecstatic. 2-2, I feel really good. 1-3, I'm like, better than last year.
Yeah.
But we left a lot on the table.
Yeah. I'm with you guys. I think 2-2 is the most realistic. I think 3-1 is possible. And I say that because the Penn State game, they don't have their quarterback. So you got the guy, you got the backup, and maybe he's better than Drew Aller. Who knows? I don't know anything about the man, but
no, he's got a crazy name.
Maybe UCLA's come back down to earth. That's the game that I hate that game because it's going to be played in LA with probably 10,000 people there. I don't know, maybe 10,000 Nebraska fans will show up.
There'll be a lot of Nebraska.
That'd be great. The Iowa game it's at home, but it's kind of all bets are off. We know what it's going to be. It's going to be it's going to be a brawl. But I think if you can win this game this week, if you can pull this out somehow, now you're playing with house money and you're 7-2. And people are there are people talking about this being an elimination game for the playoff. And I'm like, neither one of these teams are playoff teams. But if this is the beauty of a 12-team playoff, if you just keep winning, you'll be there at the end. Doesn't matter if you look like a playoff team.
Right.
Just got to win.
I just think if you lose 3 out of 4, it'd be hard to move into the offseason saying there was progress. Because we've seen these 3-game losing streaks, or we've seen, Rule struggle to get to that 6th win, which they did, but now don't go lose the next 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 4. So.
Now, what if they go 2-2 and then win a bowl game and they're 3-2?
Yeah.
That puts you at 9-4.
Feeling good. Mm-hmm.
I guess it depends on the opponent in the bowl game, but
and I think it also if you go 2-2 in this stretch, but you beat USC and you lose to UCLA, that's if you win this week, you have to beat UCLA.
You got to beat UCLA.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it is just like beating Michigan State, Maryland, and then going and getting dog walked by Minnesota.
Yeah.
All the goodwill you built up is gone.
And just don't go lose to Iowa on a field goal last minute. To me, just isolate that game in and of itself. There's got to be progress made against Iowa, not losing the way we keep losing to Iowa. So, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Sell out on the QB run against Iowa. Don't even play defensive backs.
Right.
Just
if there's a game you go cover 0 in, it's that game.
It's Iowa.
Yeah,
Man.
let them burn you a couple times if it happens. But
okay, let's talk some USC here. Actually, let's stop. Andrew, did you listen to do you have any thoughts on the press conferences today?
I didn't watch any today. I watched
None
Rules.
of us did.
Yeah, I watched Rule this week. That was about it.
We are the worst fan podcast.
My gosh. Life is hard. Life is hard.
We're parents. We're full-time. Yeah, we don't do this full-time.
We have jobs. Right before I hit record, I said I got to talk to my wife for 5 minutes today. So I'll give my wife 5 minutes before I give Dana Holgerson 5 minutes. So
yeah,
it's probably
but after
marriage advice.
Yes. But after we are done recording, she's sleeping. I'll go listen to the press conferences. So, okay, so let's talk some USC. I'm curious what your keys are for for victory for Nebraska.
All right. My first one is don't let a third or fourth string running back look like a Heisman winner. Typically it's quarterbacks that do that to us, but let's just if you contain the running game, like they've been good running the ball this year. If you contain the running game and make them one-dimensional, you have a shot, even though passing the ball is their bread and butter. Like if you could just keep them off balance, you have a pretty good shot.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Andrew.
No, I'm gonna say just what we were talking about. I want to see receivers get vertical a little bit more. Whether it's Barney, we've seen Hunter, but yeah, I want to see a little bit of a breakout by Barney, and then maybe you have a fourth, fifth type receiver step up like Clark or somebody like that. So
yeah, for me, as much as I love tempo, Alex, I don't think you're going to see that because I don't think Nebraska wants to get into a track meet with USC. So they may do that on a series or two. And like we talked about last week, outside of a couple 2-minute drills that just were kind of ugly because of sacks, Nebraska's looked really good in 2-minute situations, 4-minute situations. Like they move the ball. I know Northwestern, it was a 6-minute drive. But I think they're really going to try to slow the game down. And so for me, my first key would be run the ball, slow the game down, chew clock, make USC frustrated by putting their worst unit on the field for the majority of the game. And then I don't know what you guys would think. This is kind of my key 1A. I don't think you need to say we're going to try to get touchdowns every time. Take the points. If you have a 6-minute drive, kick the field goal because you're going to shorten possessions. You're going to get the ball back. But I just want us to take points, and I want us to frustrate USC's worst unit by being on the field the most, and then consequently their best unit because they're not on the field. And I think with our running game, we can do that. USC's been susceptible against the run.
See, I think you have to try to play with them at a pace because that gives you more opportunities to score. I have a feeling our defense would win out more. If you had 12 possessions each way, I think your defense is getting more stops than theirs.
Okay.
But if you shorten that, I think USC is going to. If each team gets 6 possessions, I could see USC scoring on 4 or 5 of them, and Nebraska only scoring on 3. So I think you have to up your chances, your opportunities to score against the worst unit.
I'm going to say also don't let the moment, the black jerseys, the ranking,
100%.
the ranked team, don't let all that beat you. Like too many times, the hype, national TV, the alternates, whatever. Obviously, Colorado was a different. I've heard a lot of comparisons to the Colorado game last year, but this is a way different team than that Colorado team. So
Yeah, US is good.
yeah. So just don't let that moment beat you. Like go let it be the advantage it's supposed to be. So
I agree. Just make it about football, not
Yep.
about. We talk about that a lot. Be able to, withstand the first 6 to 7 minutes of emotion after the kickoff. I have a feeling it's going to be loud. I have a feeling it's going to be pretty raucous. And so channel that, but play football.
I will say I didn't watch the pressers, but I saw some quotes on Twitter of Butler mentioning that, like imploring the crowd to be loud, be disruptive. Like there's a push for it, obviously, all this all black thing. And
Yep.
I think the coaches are echoing the same thing as we need that crowd advantage. So it'll be fun to be there.
My second key would be tackle in space. You're going to have to do that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So tackle well, which they haven't done as much.
My key is on 3 guys on defense, not even on the back end. Vincent Shavers, Deshaun McCullough, Javin Wright. Those 3 guys have to play violent. You have to make guys remember it's going to be pretty chilly.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You have to make guys regret coming into your area of the field.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love that.
And Williams Nwarni. We'll add him there. So those 4 guys have to hit people and hit people hard, whether it's a blocker or a ball carrier.
Yeah.
My last key is, not surprisingly, do something special on special teams. I don't know where USC's special teams ranks. I have no clue. It doesn't matter to me. This has to be the most improved unit in the country.
Yeah.
Anything.
Based on any metric. Has to be the most. Go ahead, Andrew. What?
I was just going to say, sorry, 1 punt return yard. I was going to throw that. Like, that's all we've allowed. It's pretty
right. Like,
incredible.
It's pretty remarkable. We have 260-ish return yards ourselves. Of course, Kenneth Williams is a revelation at kick returner. Archie had a tremendous game. He punted. I watched him in warmups, and I was kind of like, you're getting the ball too high. It was windy. It was actually deceptively windy. It wasn't like the Michigan State game, but it was swirling. And then he comes in, he's kicking against the wind. He just bombs this 58-yard punt 5 yards deep in the end zone. And I was like, with a roll, that would have been a 70-yard punt. I mean, he's a weapon. And so do something special on special teams. It doesn't matter what it is. Steal yards, steal points. It's going to help. It's going to help because I think they're going to limit possessions, Alex. Wink, wink. So I think they're going to have to take advantage on special teams. So
this feels like a game where you utilize Archie's ability as an Australian footballer and run a fake or two.
Dude,
yeah,
I was
say, what haven't we seen yet? And
I was waiting for it.
Conversion.
We had that 4th and 1, and I thought, now's the time. do that rollout punt.
Not the direct snap to Harburg.
Yeah. Archie's a big dude. Like
maybe he's got an arm. Who knows?
I don't know. We haven't seen it. So
he's an athlete, which is more than you could say about most punters.
Yep. You guys have a third key? I don't know if you gave 3. Doesn't matter. You could have 5.
Yeah, we gave a nice charcuterie of keys.
Okay. I think that, as I look at this game, I think what we fear on our side is the spotlight, like you were talking about, Andrew. It's national television. From what I've seen from USC fans, they kind of fear the same thing about Lincoln Riley. Right? You got to travel a couple time zones. I know, Alex, that's a thing for you. They got to travel a couple time zones. It's a night game on the road. It's going to be cold. Like, I think kickoff temperature is going to be like 43 degrees. It'll dip down lower than that pretty quickly once the sun goes down. It's not going to be a fun. It's not going to be a fun environment for USC.
It'll be loud and intense. Yeah.
Hope it gets you get a little bit of rain in there, some sleet.
I would. I don't think it's supposed to rain, but I would love it if it rained. It would be tremendous.
Oh, it would take me back to like a 97, 98 Texas at Nebraska game.
Yeah.
Those were special times. What was the last time it snowed at a game in Memorial?
I think it was Michigan State, 9-6.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was in Texas picking up a dog, but
that day.
Yeah. Drove it all the way back in the middle of the night.
Do you still have that
terrified. Dog? My parents do. It was a rescue.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think that was the last time it snowed. Now, I don't know, Andrew, were you at the Texas-Nebraska game when it snowed and Terrence Nunn fumbled?
Yeah.
We were probably sitting together. I don't remember who I was
with.
I don't remember who I was with that day.
That was a Halloween type, around Halloween, I want to say, too. I remember.
We always played Texas around Halloween. Now, the Ricky Williams game in 98, when Ricky Williams ran crazy, that was on Halloween.
I was at the Chris Sims one. Whatever that was. Or was it Chris Sims or Major Applewhite?
It was Major Applewhite. That was that day.
And they ended like the 50.
Was it 98? That was
50 home game winning streak or whatever it was.
That was 98.
Yeah. I was at that
game.
That
was
8 years old.
I think it was 20-16. I think that final is burned into my brain. Yeah. So anyway, I don't know if you guys have seen that, but I think USC fans are, I don't think they trust Lincoln Riley.
Yeah. I will say I appreciate the love from USC's Twitter. Is it their official account, or I see a lot of respect. There's a lot of mutual respect between the two.
There is. They're an interesting fan base because I don't know that it's a huge fan base. I don't know that there is.
They're not feeling themselves too much yet.
Yeah.
I mean, surprisingly, with Lincoln Riley.
They seem like LA people, just like really chill.
Well, and I think,
hey, let's goof around on X and talk football. And it's like, I'd like to hang out with you guys. There's some other Big Ten fan bases like, I don't want to hang out with you ever.
Yeah.
I think they're also realistic about like where they're at in the state of their program right now. Like,
sure,
they had the Reggie Bush, Matt Leinart glory years, and they know that, but it's been a while. And it's been a while since they've done anything of substance. Not quite as long as it has been for us, but they understand the hierarchy of football.
Yeah.
They know where they belong. They know where Nebraska belongs historically. And, I got to give them credit for that. Like, there's a lot of fan bases that will love to dunk on those historically great programs while they're down. So I enjoy interacting with USC fans on X.
Yeah, it's been good. No complaints. I do feel like they're more realistic than other fan bases, even ours sometimes. I have a skewed version of a skewed view of ours because I see the best and the worst because I see so many people. But before we get to predictions, I do have a question for you guys. It's kind of out of left field. What color does Iowa football wear?
Black and yellow.
Yellow.
It's not out of left field. I saw the tweet.
Yeah. It's not gold. Gold's shiny. Like, it's yellow.
I mean,
gold.
In terms of sports, it is gold because
no, don't do that to them. Don't give them that satisfaction.
They want to be gold.
Officials are only allowed to use one-syllable words when describing a color. So, like, they don't call Northwestern purple; they call them blue.
No, wait. What?
Historically, officials could only use one syllable to describe a color.
Oh, officials.
Yeah. So,
What?
like in a basketball game, if a Northwestern player would foul, they'd say
Blue?
personal foul on blue.
You're serious?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've ever heard this.
I guess that could be wrong. That's the way I was always taught.
Regardless, that might be true, but like you go to like official colors for Iowa football or Iowa Hawkeyes athletics, and it says black and gold. And then you go to like Colorado or Purdue, and it says, you want to guess it?
Black and gold.
Black and gold.
Maybe it should say metallic gold.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm like, man, like that's not gold. Like that's yellow. And
I'd have to get onto the color palette and get the code, the number, the color number.
yeah, well, I give you the code. It's yellow. It comes out yellow, and I'm like, anyway. So some Hawkeye burners were like, well, you don't get it, and I'm like, I know, like their official color is like old gold, which is still not yellow. And old gold would be like, it's kind of a dirty, it's like a dark, dirty yellow that is actually looks more like gold. Like Colorado's, I would call like Colorado's gold helmets kind of like an old gold. It's kind of a dirty gold. It's not like Notre Dame.
Diarrhea.
Yeah, it's that's exactly what it is.
You could argue Nebraska's in a similar position. We have
red and scarlet.
We talk about scarlet and cream all the time, but we have a go big red chant. So
yeah.
Well, red.
Scarlet is red, I would say, though. Like scarlet is, if you actually look up on Wikipedia, I think it's like scarlet is like pure red.
Is gold not yellow or yellow not gold? I don't know.
Yeah. Now cream, we don't have cream. It's red and white, but
I think it'd be really cool if we switched to cream, though.
Yeah. Like a matte.
I think cream would actually be great. Yeah. I would love it.
They do the cream on basketball jerseys every now and again, the off-white cream, and it looks good.
And the baseball jerseys with the block lettering is a cream uniform, and it looks pretty sharp. So, okay, let's do predictions quick. Do you guys have any oddly specifics for this game?
Sierra Wright gets targeted less than 6 times.
I think so. Okay. Is he going to be on Lemon the whole game?
I would love to hope so.
I would think so.
I say it's rest of the defense. You do whatever you need to do, but Sierra, you are on him the whole game.
Sierra's should be like face guarding in basketball.
100%.
He doesn't get it.
I want John Butler to be like
Box of One.
Yost in Remember the Titans, where he just he's like, they don't get one more yard tonight. that's what I want to see. So
all right, I got one. Ja'Cory Barney catches a pass that goes more than 12 yards in the air before it's caught.
That's a great one.
Horizontal or vertical?
What's that? Yeah,
horizontal or vertical?
It's got to go vertical. Yeah, it's got to go actual game yards. Yeah,
like downfield
yards.
Great. All right. I got to look back. Last week did I talk about Emmett getting like 27 carries? I might have been like dead on with what I said for him. Do you guys remember?
I don't.
I'm going to double down and do it again. I
thought you said 20.
Yeah, I'll have to look back. I'm going to say Emmett gets 25 carries this week for 132 yards.
As long as you're not talking about field goal kicking, I don't care.
I'm not going to ever talk about field goal kicking again. Yeah, and we won't even talk about the kick he missed last week because I still am processing what happened. I'm still processing what happened on that kick. I think Emmett has a big game. So
yeah.
Okay, score predictions. Nebraska is right now a 6.5 point dog at home.
What's the over under? Is it 58.5?
Yeah, 59? Something like that. 59.5, I think.
Oh, we're shooting way through the overs, boys.
All right,
Yeah.
if you go with
We
the
got it.
over.
45-35 Nebraska.
45-35 Nebraska. Yeah, it's a 59.5 over under.
I won't go way over, but I'm going to go 34-31 Nebraska.
That's probably
All right.
more realistic.
What did you say, Alex?
45-35.
Hey, a 2-score win. Love it.
I did see. Okay, we're only at 50 minutes. Listeners, bear with us. I'm going to pause before I do my. Well, okay. What did you say, Andrew?
34-31.
Okay, good. All right. Okay. So I did see today. I didn't hear it, but I did see Holgorsen made a reference to Texas Tech, Nebraska, 2001. He was on staff with Texas Tech. Cliff Kingsbury was the quarterback. Obviously, a great team from Nebraska, and Crouch won the Heisman that year. Nebraska won 41-31, and it was a shootout. I was at the game. And I mean, Texas Tech was just all over the field that night. And the crowd was really into it. I'll always remember that game because they played the "We Will Rock You" scene from Cheers, which
Nice.
to kind of
That was
pump
good.
up everybody. And I remember after the game, reading a newspaper article, Cliff Kingsbury made a comment like, he's like I remember he said the crowd really got into it when they played that scene from Cheers. He's like, it really did it for them, and it did. Like the crowd, it was the weirdest thing. I'm like, I don't even remember seeing this from Cheers, but it was fantastic. And so I am hoping that Dana Holgorsen can channel a little bit of whatever Texas Tech and Mike Leach and Cliff Kingsbury brought in honor of Mike Leach, the Pirate, on blackout night.
There you go.
41-31 Nebraska.
Can we have some pirate flags in the stadium?
See, did you guys see my tweet that I think if we could get the black shirts to write in on the Black Pearl, I'm like, wear black forever. Like, that's, you do what you want.
Awesome.
If they win, write out on the Black Pearl, and then burn the surrender whites and wear these all blacks every game.
Best we can do is a black tractor, probably. So
I'm here
I'll
for
take it. All right,
I'll do it.
I gotta call timeout here. I need to understand this. Like, you're talking about limiting possessions, but then we're gonna score 41 points.
It's not. They're not. So my key was limit possessions, but they're not going to do it. They're not. They're going to score. They're going to score.
All right.
Maybe
all
special teams defense. Yeah.
They're going to score 4 offensive touchdowns. They're going to have a pick 6, and they're going to have a punt return for a touchdown.
Oh,
and
then
then
we
a field
lose.
goal.
Yeah,
a field goal somewhere in there.
Odds are we lose that type of game.
No, I mean, that's 42.
Field
they
goal?
don't need the field goal.
We need 2 field goals.
No, I mean,
28.
You just said
35.
41.
Oh, okay. So only 3 offensive touchdowns. You only need 3 offensive touchdowns, and then a pick 6, a kickoff or punt return for a touchdown, and a field goal. There you go. 41. Your offense, you only get the ball 4 times. You score on 3 of them. This is perfectly logical.
Well, now you need 2 field goals because that's the 1 field goal is only 38.
Don't get into the details. Okay, don't get into this. It's
not to get tricky with math and how addition works.
Okay, so they'll have 5 possessions. They'll score on 4 or 3.
All right,
I don't know.
Let's not dive too far into it because then you're going to
Okay.
talk about field goal kicking and
41-31 in honor of Mike Leach,
RIP.
even though he lost that game. Yes, rest in peace. So
Dana Holgorsen needs to watch his one scene in Friday Night Lights, the show. Remind him to swing his sword.
Swing your sword. Do it, Dana.
Find your pirate.
In honor of the All Blacks and the Black Pearl and pirates everywhere, swing your sword.
All right, and so if that happens, do we get the contract extension post game, or are we getting that pre-game?
Troy Dannon is going to march to the middle of the field and say, he's going to give me the mic, and he's going to give a speech.
in front of the
there and then.
60 some recruits that are there. Yeah.
Okay.
This is your coach
Forever.
forever.
All right.
Everybody
So
else is firing their coach. Everybody else is starting over. Everybody else is playing frickin' musical chairs.
Right.
But this is your coach. This is your coach that's going to take you to the promised land, and we're giving him an extension. And by the way, all of you out there, recruits, you're all going to get $1 million. Also,
Warren Buffett just wrote a huge check to 1890. All right, we're all in agreement that Minnesota was probably the worst loss of the Matt Rule era, correct?
hands down.
Yeah.
Is this the biggest game of the Matt Rule era?
100%.
Okay.
Right?
You're 0 for against USC, at least in this millennium.
They've never beaten USC.
Yeah.
Ever.
0-6, right?
Something. I think they tied. They're like 5-1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tied
in
ties don't count, so we'll call that a loss.
Sure.
I'm off by 1 today. I said 0-8 for Lincoln Riley. It's 1-7. Traveling 2 time zones. No,
I'm gonna use some coach speak and say they're all the most important. There we go.
I would say your point, Alex, earlier. So you kind of called me on a inconsistency. We'll call it that. This is the biggest game until UCLA, because if they lose to UCLA, then this game doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, you lose all your good ones. But
yeah.
I mean, you get the chance to check so many boxes that you have failed to check. Ranked win, beat USC for the first time in program history.
Primetime night game. Yep.
Yeah.
This is it, man. This is it.
Yeah, it's huge.
41-31.
Go do it.
Now, if it's 7-6 at halftime, please don't text me and go, James.
Crash out time. Yeah.
They're limiting possessions. Here's what I will say to Husker Nation, to the 210 people who are listening. It's going to be stressful. Just prepare yourself emotionally. It's going to be stressful.
I'm turning my phone off during the game.
No, you won't.
Yes, I will.
if things are going bad or just all together?
Just in general.
If they
get a first down, it's going to be crash out city. If they convert 1 third down conversion.
Like USC?
Yeah. Like the minute anything looks difficult, crash out city.
First sack we give up. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. By the way, didn't even talk about that against Northwestern. 1 sack, and it was when your third string right tackle blew out his knee.
Yeah. Poor Teddy, man. We didn't even talk about him. I feel so bad for him. He's such a warrior. Mm-hmm. Thanks, Teddy, for everything you've given to this university. Make us proud. Sorry it ended this way.
Deserved better,
sucks.
Teddy.
Yeah, he deserved better. Just sucks.
He did.
But yes, the offensive game plan, even if the execution, the points weren't always there, the plan was much better. And like you said, it was a weird game. Like, we ran the ball a lot, but you only have one guy running the ball. And I think I looked up at one point in the third quarter, Dylan had only had 12 throws.
Yeah.
And I was like, it was just a slow game. But that's kind of how the game went. And then we have a kickoff for a touchdown. So that takes away potentially 4 or 5 throws, 6-minute drive. I'd rather have the touchdown. It was awesome. But
love touchdown.
Yeah, it was just a different kind of game.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm an idiot. They're not going to limit possessions. Emmett's going to run wild.
Yeah.
And we're going to score 41 points.
Yeah. 45.
Let's do it. Let's go. Let's roll.
Let's score 70.
Let's do. Why stop there? Where's Bill Callahan when you need him? We'll give up 80, but we'll score 70. So okay. All right. This has devolved here in the last 15 minutes, but it's been fun. Okay. Everybody enjoy the game. Go Big Red. We'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in.